Okay, that's cool. As we started yesterday with our first test case, and we learned how to make our first test case, how to verify the title of the web page. I hope nobody's facing any issue. And do you have any question in yesterday's session? Because as yesterday, is there any question, guys? Yeah, sure, Ashkan, why not? Just give me a moment. Okay. This is Chrome driver setup, Ashkan. System.set property, webdriver.chrome.driver. I will copy it and paste it in the chat box. Just grab it from there.
Class game.
Guys, once you join the meeting, please mute your mics. Okay, Ashkan, I pasted the system.set property Chrome driver on the chat box, so you can do it.
So for me, from yesterday, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's an issue, but I'm getting
yesterday suddenly
connection reset.
No worries.
Warning message.
Yeah, go ahead, share your screen, Katya. Let me allow you. Go ahead, share your screen. But it says, okay, here you are, Katya. You can see that your test case is pass. Login or sign up, pass.
Yes, but my question was more towards the warning message.
Okay, that's totally fine, Katya, because as of now we are working on the console, so we will see that kind of messages. These are the red lines from the Selenium packages itself that gives us the warning. So no worries about this. Once we start with the test engine, Maven, these things, so we will not face that issue. Okay, and don't worry about issues. Yeah. As of now, we are checking our test cases in the console. That's why it shows like this.
All right. Perfect.
If we're gonna have issue.
Okay, what's your issue, Feroz?
Mine doesn't launch. So it launches the Facebook page with the WebDriver manager, but not with the system.set property.
Okay, go ahead. Run. Share your screen.
Okay.
Okay, listen, Feroz, just first expand that folder project which you're configured the Selenium. Just expand that folder on the left-hand side of your screen, which you configured the Selenium. You configured the Selenium packages in which folder?
So this project is different. I don't have your Selenium project that you send it to the student. This is the one that I had in my computer.
Okay, that's totally wrong, Feroz, because you're doing and you created the Maven project. So that's totally beyond our concept, and we didn't reach till Maven. So that's why it's not working, because we started from the initial step. So go with me like this. Go ahead, create a new project, configure the Selenium as I did, and try to code, okay? That will work.
Okay,
because in Maven, you don't do like this. In Maven, the scenario is totally different.
Okay. So I don't have that. Did you see that project, the Selenium project? Because I don't have that one.
Okay, I just uploaded the videos in a Selenium folder. you can access the Google Drive and you can find the Selenium folder. There you can find both the video, the installation, and as well as the yesterday lecture.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. Anyone else? It seems that others are good. Okay, I'll share my screen with no further delay. Let's begin our. Today, we're gonna do our next test case and run our test case on a Facebook page, Facebook login page. So, with no further delay, let's begin. Let me expand my Selenium project. Let's expand the SRC. Let's expand the test cases. I will do one thing. I will go and create one file and test case package. First of all, right click on that, new, go to class and name it login, Facebook login, Facebook login. I will click on public static void main, click on finish. Once you do that, so with that, first of all, I need to do it. I need to write the steps of my test case, that what I'm gonna do, what I'm supposed to do in this test case. First of all, I need to do it for all test cases. It is mandatory to write down. Open the browser. Let me do it with. Let's take a shift. Okay, it's not working. /start. Okay, that's good. First step is open browser. Open the browser. Next step is, after that, we have to maximize, because you have checked it that the browser is opened in minimize mode. So we have to maximize the browser. How we will maximize it, we will see that. Maximize the browser window. Our next step will be what? Go to Facebook login page. Fourth step is to do what? Fourth step is enter a valid username. Like enter a valid username. Fifth is to do what? Enter a random password in Facebook login page. Sixth step is to do what? Click on login button. Seventh, what should I do? 7. Till this point, I am okay. Till this point, what should I do? I will go. The next step, which is verify user error message. Verify the users. See the error message. Which is generated that, hey, your password is wrong or your login credential is invalid. Okay, now my 8th step is what? Close the browser. This is the 8th step which I have to follow in this test case. And you know how at the beginning, whenever we were studying the manual testing, so you study these, how to write these test cases. You know, you're familiar with that. Okay, and how we will write this? As of now, I just write it manually and I didn't see the Facebook page. But you guys you guys have to do it like this. Go to Facebook page. First of all, open the page itself. Once you open, check that how many inputs you have. Whatever steps you did manually, I go to the browser, I open the browser, I go to the Facebook URL for these two steps is covered. After that, I entered, I have to enter, like, let's say I will enter, and I will enter password like this. So I'll click on the login. What will happen? This kind of error message is generated. The email or mobile number you entered isn't connected to an account. Find the account and login. This is the error message, which we have to follow up with that. So I'll click on back button again. Now you know the steps. Now whatever we have written, it's all to exist right in this page. So with no further delay, let's begin the code. Now, guys, in last project, in this project yesterday, we have set the system property. So this is enough. You don't need to write it again because the Selenium Chrome driver is configured. Now your next job is to do what? Your next thing that you must do is just only to declare a web driver. Web driver, name the driver object new, because we are using Chrome, so make it Chrome driver itself. So semicolon, overrun that. If for it's not giving me the hint to add it, so I will do it. I will import everything manually. So for you guys, everything is visible. So you can do what? You can copy from here and paste the packages right in there. The error will be gone. Now everything seems good because these packages we need to import. These are the packages. Now my next job is to do what? To open the browser. The browser is initialized with the Chrome new driver, so we don't need to be worried about this. This step is done for the first step of the test case. My next job is to do what? To maximize the browser. For maximizing the browser, we have to do like this. We have to first call the object, which we declared driver dot manage driver dot manage. You have to do the chaining. Dot after the manage, put dot window. Again, after the window, put dot maximize. And add what? Put semicolon. That's all. With the help of this function, this below function, you have maximized the browser. So let's copy the first step. The first step is this. The second step is we have maximized the browser. So next is to do what?
Sophia.
Next is to do what? To make it. After that, we have to navigate to where? To Facebook login page. So for that, I have to do what? Driver dot get. Get is a method which I can traverse to Facebook login page, or it brings me to the Facebook login page. For that, I have to do it. I have to go to the real one, Facebook page link, and I have to click on the search box and copy the URL. Once I copy that, come back to your Eclipse, paste it right in here. That's all. For that, let's test and check it, whether these three steps are working or not. I will run it. Well, it's not working. Yeah, it was. My computer is a little bit slower, so it works a little bit slow. You can see that, guys. Now the screen which is written here, Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. Now it opens in maximize mode. It took full screen. It didn't take a small size screen. It didn't open in a small size. It takes a full version, full screen. You can see that. This happened with the help of a Chrome driver. Now your next job is to do it. Close this. Now my next job is to enter into what? Enter a valid username. Let's learn a locator of that, how we can access the web element. Now, if I go in here, yesterday I explained that this part is a web element part. So this, we have to access this area. For accessing this area, we have to do what? We have to do the right click and click on inspect. Once you click on inspect, the dev tool is opened. Why it's already come on that section which I opened? It is already selected and highlighted for me the code. There is two ways, guys. First way is just you will randomly click on the page and click on the inspect. But you can see in this scenario, this area is not selected for me. For finding this area in DevTool, I have to do what? I have to activate this Chrome function, which is on left hand side. So click on this. Now when you hover on any section of the web browser, it will directly giving you the address of the code. Once I click on there, you can see that the code is highlighted for me. This is the one way. And then another way is shortcut way. Just click on this section, email or phone number, right click on there. Once you selected the box, click on inspect. You clicked on inspect, that code section or area will be open for you directly. Now you don't need to be worried to find it. So now this area is open for me. In this area, how many attributes I have? Look, first of all, I have a class attribute. Second, I have a name attribute. And third, I have what? I have ID attribute. In testing, you guys must all the time go with the ID, because ID is the fastest way of accessing the web element, the tag of a page, because this will generate a unique ID. Unique ID means that you cannot find a copy of the same ID in the web page again. So that's why testers always go with the ID one. But if you don't find ID, so second option, you can go with the name. And if you don't find the name, so then we will study, there's another locator which is called export. So and next session, we will see that also. Now, in this web element, in this part of email and phone number, we have what? We have ID. ID is where? In here, which I selected. ID is equal to email. You can see on my screen. Now you have to do what? Copy this ID, name, email, and come to your Eclipse ID again. Now you have already copied that in your Eclipse, in your clipboard, so it is copied. So there is one function that you have to call it with the driver object name. So driver dot. We need to click on what? Because we are searching for that specific element. There's a function called find element by. Find element by dot, because you're finding by ID, so put it by ID. Find element by ID. Just in between double quotes, whatever you copied, paste there. That's all. Driver dot find element by ID, and between the bracket inside the double quotes, you need to paste that ID name which you copied, like what in my case it is email. Now after that, because in this section you have to write something, because you're writing, you're not clicking anywhere. The function of this box is that you have to write something. For writing inside that, through automation, we have one another method that is called send keys. For writing send keys, just put one dot in here, dot send keys. It will directly come. Send keys. Now, whatever argument you want to pass, just try to write in the between the double quotes. Like I will write Furqan, like this, a random text. Now put a semicolon, that's all. Now, if I save this, I will save this and I will run this. Let's check it for a minute, guys. I'll save this. Most of the time, for the internet connection, if it is slow, so it will not write in there. If the internet connection is fast, so it will write something in there. You can see that directly I didn't touch anything. Then whatever name I have written in my source code, it is come in here and Selenium is written for me, write it for me. You can see that. If I change this, I will close this again. If I change this, let's change it to Ali. Ali, and let's type a random digit with that. I will save this and I will run it again. Let's see. Maximize the screen. And it will write it Ali with a random digit for me without touching anything. This is the power of automation. Now my next job is to do it. This part is done. Now I need to write something on what? On password field also. For finding password field, your div tool is already open. Click on this left hand side for accessing the password field. Click on the password field. And if you scroll it a little bit down, you can see that the area is selected. Now password field also have the attributes of class, name, and ID. So I prefer ID. I will go copy the ID name, which is PASS pass. I'll copy that and come back to my Eclipse. Now, for that also same syntax, driver dot find element by what? By dot ID. Once you do that, open that, and between the bracket, just pass the name. Now again, because we're passing the data on that box, so we have to use the send keys method. For send keys, I will pass the password as like this. Add a semicolon. Save that. Let's run it again. Once we run this, let's see what will happen, whether they are typing the things which we are passed or not. Okay, let's wait for a moment. Okay, you can see that my username section and my password section is filled. If I click on this unhide button, you can see that whatever password I have written there, it is already copied and the Selenium pasted right in here without touching by a human. You can see that this both field is now filled with whatever data we have passed through our source code. Now my next job is to do it, to click on this login button so that it shows me the actual function of this page. My next job is to do it, to go there, and now your duty is click again in this section, activate the inspect section, and come onto the top of the login. Now you come onto the top of the login, you have selected. You can see that there is a button. You have an attribute of class, you have attribute of name, and let's find, we have ID. Yeah, we have ID also for that. Now your job is to do what? You have ID and you have name. Let's first of all try with the ID. What will happen? I will do it. I will copy the ID name. Copy. I will come here and again, driver dot find element by what? By ID. By ID. And now pass the whatever data you have copied. Now in this part, you don't do it. You don't pass and write something on the boxes. Your function is to click on that section. For clicking that section, you have a predefined method of the click with the Selenium that it gives you the power that you can click on that specific area which you want. Now, if I save this and run this, let's see, guys. what will happen. Maximize the screen. They write everything. And they didn't reach on what section? On click section. Why it didn't reach on click section? Because the browser time is out. My internet connection is slow and it didn't reach to click section. For that, we have to do what? We have to, first of all, in this part, we have to do what? We have one another method that we have to write thread dot sleep. Between the bracket, just point out, like, I will point at 500. Thread. Let's see, we have a spelling mistake in here, right in here. Thread. Let's make the T capital. Someone is unmuted. If I hover on this, what it says, let's wait, let's me hover on this. Add a throws. Okay. Now this part is okay. Now you can see that thread.sleep will work for me. You need to throw the interpreted exception alongside with the public static void main. And next job is you have to use the thread.sleep. I will use it. I will make it 1000. 1000 means 1000 millisecond. It will be 1 second. They will wait for 1 second for me. They will keep the browser in a waiting mode. If I run this again, let's check. This is again another scenario that we will be facing. Okay, it will wait 1 second for me. Okay, it didn't click again because they passes the check. Let's change this to 3000. Let's run it again. Here is a point that we will see. Let's run this. We will wait for 3 seconds. They didn't click on this area. Let's, as of now, change the ID section from name, from by this ID, change it by name. I will comment this. This not work. This is not work. That's why we will learn the concept of what? Sorry?
Excuse me, teacher Farhan.
Yeah.
I think the expat is not correct. If you change it, this expat is, I think, dynamic.
This is not XPath. We are just learning of elements by ID. XPath is a totally different scenario. We didn't start it.
I mean, yeah, ID. I mean, because kind of not,
yeah,
stable.
that's why I'm coming. I told you that I comment this. Now we will go. First, we tried with the ID. If it is not working, because I'm generating and creating the scenario. Now this ID is not working, guys. Next job is that you have to do it. You have to give a try with the what? You already selected that section. Now let's try it with the name. I will double click on the login and I will copy the credential of name. Copy that, come back here, same like that, driver dot find element by dot. Now you have to find it by name. Sorry, it's class name. Now I'll copy whatever I copied, I will paste it right in there. Now my next job is same function to do. Sorry. Dot click. I will save this. I will run this again. Let's see what will happen. We have tried with the ID, but it didn't work. Now let's check this with the name function itself. You can see that it works with the name. Let's do one thing. Let's comment this thread also. Later on in the next classes, it will help us a lot. Thread.sleep function will help us a lot, and we will go more deeper into the thread.sleep. Now I will save this and I will run this again. With the help of this error, we have learned two methods. We have also learned by the name tag, and we have also learned the thread.sleep as well, that it will wait the browser till 3 seconds for us. Let's wait for a moment. Yeah, now it's working fine. You can see that they navigate us to another page that it says that, hey, the email or phone mobile number you have entered isn't connected to an account. Now our job is to do what? To verify this error. To verify this error message. For verifying this error message, whatever screen which is right in there is opened, just try to inspect in here, because the screen is Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. So I'll do the what? There is two ways. You can directly open the screen, right click on this area, inspect it, inspect the screen. Once you inspect, it will open in this mode. For bring it into down, so click on this three dots. You can select this area, so it will be bring it out down. Now we have to do it, activate the Chrome tool, come to this error section. Once you come to this error section, there the button will be highlighted right in here. There's a div tag. Click on this. With the help of this, you can see that the email or mobile number you entered isn't connected to an account. It is written there. And next is the link which you have written. So you don't need to be worried about the link. So don't worry about the link. Will not to do something with the link. Now, in this div, you can see that we don't have any ID. It's only class right in there. You can see that. Can you see anything? Class or something, ID or name? No, we don't see any class or name right. Sorry, we don't see any ID or name right in here. We only see the attribute of the class. So for that, what we have to do? For that section, for that portion, we have one another selector, which is called CSS selector. With the help of CSS selector, as of now that we didn't study the XPath, so for that reason, we will use the CSS selector. Now for getting the CSS selector, what we have to do, just first of all, try to copy the class name underscore 9AY7. I will copy this. Just try to come in here in your Eclipse IDE. Your next job is, first of all, you have to do what? You have to paste it, this portion, comment it because you need it. First of all, let's put it like in a variable, like we did yesterday in yesterday's session. We stored something which is written by ourselves, string actual, string expected error message. Name the variable like this. In between the double quotes, go ahead there and try to copy this. Copy this and paste it inside there. Now you have copied everything. Everything seems correct. Let me push it a little bit on this side. Now your next job is, this variable which holds the expected error message. This is written by you. And this thing, string actual, this will be captured by who? By the Selenium itself, actual error message. This message is not wrong. This is a very accurate because this is taken by the Selenium WebDriver itself. Now, driver, call the driver, dot find element again by what? By dot CSS, you have the function of CSS selector. Now copy whatever you have pasted, sorry, Control Z. Now in here you have pasted the ID of the class. Control C and paste it inside the double quotes. Now you did this. You copied by the CSS selector. Your next job is, because you want to read and get that text message from the system. For that, we have what? We have one another method, which is named as get what? Get text. Get text. This is a method which reads the error messages, which is comes in between the tags or elements. Now, with the help of get text, you can read the error messages which is pasted on the screen of your computer or web pages. Now we have written these things. Let's change the string to G so the error is gone. Now everything seems good. Let me erase this part. Now I will do what? I have read everything. Now I'll pass the condition. I will say if my expected, let's copy the variable name of expected, paste it in here, expected dot equals what? Equals a method that get the actual error message, which is read by the Selenium, and compare it with the error message which you have copied and pasted it here. If they match, both are equal, so just print it in console for me. This is totally depend on you, that whatever you're printing, just paste it. Test, like, let's say test case 01 pass. That's all. Else you have to print what? You have to print that the test case 01 is fail. Paste it. Now write fail. That's all. Let's run the code now. We'll run it again. Now you can see they have written everything. Now the execution will stop. Let's go to Chrome, Eclipse, sorry. Just try to bring it up a little bit. And let's see. Do we have anything? Okay, Selenium error message. Let's switch it up. Anything is written right in here? No, nothing is written. What it says, expected and trade main. No such element, unable to locate. What it says, unable to locate method CSS selector underscore 9a. It says that this ID or this class which you have written, now we can't access this class. We can't read this class. We can access it because web CSS selector time is out whenever the browser reaches to that section which they have to read the error message. The time is going to out. So that's why the browser can't take this error. So for that, what we have to do, let's bring it down. First of all, let's close it also. Close the driver.close. Driver.close self. Save this. Run this. Let's run it again. See what will happen. Now let's go to console. Did they print anything for us? Again, what? Again, the same, unable to locate that. Okay, for that, what we have to do? Now let's give a try for this. Let me close this, open browser. Let's close this. Let's close this, and let's close this also. For that, we have one another locator, which is named as what? Which is named as a XPath locator, that we will see it later on. Now, as of now, let's first give a try with the thread.sleep itself. I'll copy this and I will bring it right in this section. Now I'll paste it. It will keep the browser till 4 seconds. Let's change it to 4000 millisecond. It will be 4 seconds. The browser will wait for 4 seconds. Let's run it again. Let's see. This is called, guys, testing. The process that I'm doing is trying to write the code, trying to wait the browser, trying to keep the browser in a waited mode. So after that, the browser will wait for 4 seconds and automatically the browser will do it. Why it's not closing the browser? Let's see. We have written everything correct. Driver close. Why it's not working? Let's see. Again, same error. Okay. Says that it is not able to locate that specific element. Let's close this. That's why the closing section is also not working. Let's inspect it here. Let's give a try right in there. Let's copy this. Control C. Paste it in here. Let's copy the password also. We will type it in actual browser. Click on login. Okay. Now this error comes in actual browser. Just hover on that. Once we hover on that, let's expand it. Let's expand this area. So this is not workable. We will see with that. Okay. Now let's you guys see that in actual browser also the name is _9AY7. And also in the test case browser, which was controlled by Chrome, it is 9A7. And this element is even not working with the thread.sleep as well. So for that, our next job is to do what? Just go ahead. First of all, write this code. After that, we will see the what? We will see the XPath. That how we will create the XPath for the Selenium web drivers. Now I'll give you 5 minutes for that. Write down this and we will see the XPath later on. So with the help of XPath, we will access the button, that error, a specific error, and the code will be tested and they will give us the output. Now go ahead and type the code. I will pause the recording. That's all about today, class, guys. Thank you so much for joining. From tomorrow onwards, we will join 30 minutes prior from our actual time. So, and we will see the error messages and screens from tomorrow. And tomorrow we will see that why this problem happened and why we didn't take it with the CSS selector. We will see that with the XPath from tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining. We will end up the session in here. Thank you. You guys can